when last we left off, you guys were in the village. You talked to the tribal leaders, and they said, "Hey, there's a war coming. It's big. We are going to vote on what everybody as a whole is going to do in terms of the upcoming war and what we all think we need to do." Um, and then Moon talked to his ex chief who sold him into slavery, and his chief said, "Hey, yeah, one of your brothers is dead. Your mom, dad, and other brother fled the tribe and ran into the great ancient forest. Um, and one of the emissaries from Nifldinger said that if you guys don't want to take part in the war, you can make yourself scarce, go to Nifldinger, and they will give you safe haven there." So side quest that you guys are working on is finding Moon's family in the forest. Main quest would be making your way to Nifldinger to avoid the war. Okay? Alright. I'm going to bring you guys players to this first map here. So as you guys enter the forest, you can see that there is a big expanse. There are some hills, some mountains. There are pathways through the forest that some people can take. There are buildings within the forest that ancient civilizations used at one point or another. But the forest is a place that is rampant with monsters, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could die very easily in it.
And also, I gave the party at the last game a very clear warning. The further we go into the forest, less fucking with the forest, because you don't want it to fuck you back.
Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to survey my surroundings, like get a good lay of the land. Like I understand the general lay, but like I want to know my immediate surroundings.
All right. So as you walk into this forest, you can see, you guys are all here. You can see that there are thicker parts of trees, which are if you try to walk through them, they're going to take you more time to traverse. It's going to be more difficult for you to pass through them, as opposed to the beaten paths that have been laid. Like, say for instance, Moon wanted to go this way. Or wait, where's my pointer thingy?
Circle with a ruler.
Okay, circle with a ruler. So say Moon wanted to go get to this happy little place here, right? He could straight beeline through, but this walk here is going to take him a long time, and every time he walks through one of these, I roll for a chance encounter. Every five things that you guys choose to traverse through a beaten path, I roll for a chance encounter instead. Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Chance encounters are not specifically monsters. They are also random encounters of NPCs. They are chances to find a hidden cache, chances to find a fallen warrior, etc. I have a whole randomized pool of things that you guys could potentially stumble across because the Great Ancient Forest is really wild.
So are we taking turns like moving through the forest, or like how are we doing this?
So I am going to introduce a mechanic that I use with my other groups, and it makes things kind of smooth and work through, is passive initiative. So if everybody would like to roll passive initiative now.
Passive initiative.
Yeah, so it's
initiative.
It's just initiative, except for you're not going into combat for it.
Okay.
I'm
Go
trying
on,
to
open your
find
stupid
it.
character sheet.
Yeah, it's at the top of your character sheet.
No, I'm just trying to get my character sheet to open. It's
I was talking to Kai.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I just realized my mic's probably far away. Probably can't hear me.
Alrighty.
I can hear you just fine.
You can probably hear me better now, though.
Good rolls, everybody. Good rolls.
Everybody did poorly.
Hey, 13 is, above average.
I mean,
Alright, Kai and Laziel, please re-roll because you both got 6.
to see which of you go first.
Sup?
So Laziel goes before Kai.
Alright,
Gar
so
goes first. I go second.
I'm
Yes.
third.
It's gonna go Garuk, Moon, Velka, Laziel, then Kai. You guys can split the party. You can go any direction you want.
No.
Bodies hit the floor. So essentially, this map, when I create maps like this, and this is a overall passage. If you make it to the other end of the map, I will end up loading another map. If not, then the map will remain paused until our next thing. Our next what's the word I'm looking for? Session.
Session.
I expect that there probably will be. It'll take time for you guys to get through this. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, well, first of all, since Gar and I have traveled these forests for years at this point, we would probably have a good idea of which direction to travel to get to the places that people would most likely run to in the forest. Right?
Yes, you would have an idea that a lot of people do seek. Hold on, let me. Would seek passage in, or protection in the great forests like this via ancient ruins or specific caves. You're aware that there is a cave. Anytime you see something like this, where it's separated from the rest of them, you can consider this a cave. There's probably a cave here.
What are you pointing at?
This
At
one
the
right.
top by us.
That could potentially be a cave. Yes. Are you not seeing my circles?
Now I see your thing, yeah.
Alright.
Cool, that's
So-
where I was gonna go.
Spaces like that could be considered caves. There are chance encounters of finding caves within forests. Structures like this, out in wild areas like this, would be considered ruins. There are chances of people being there.
Do we know that this is there?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused on. Why aren't we rolling perception?
Well,
This is a full overview map. I am still working on the kinks in terms of the lighting.
Like blocking off the map
Yeah,
and stuff.
I'm not good at. I know that there
Okay.
is dynamic lighting in Roll20, but I haven't discovered how to properly use it yet when it comes to my own maps. So,
In that case, you and I should have a Roll20 date where I show you how to do all that cool stuff sometime, separate from game night.
probably. Yes, we probably should.
so what I'm going to do is, because I know people somewhat congregate at caves sometimes, I'm going to head over here, and I'm moving only 30 unless you let me move more. I'm going to head towards this cave.
That technically moves me, because I'm sitting on him.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yep, so move your character with him.
I was. Yep.
And I just start kind of looking around, and I'm looking for any buildings.
Wait, you only moved 30 is your standard movement, and if you want an action as well.
Yeah,
So you
I
can
can
actually go 60.
Yeah, I wanted to stand here first and then use my action to look around.
No, fair enough.
So are we actually in combat though?
No.
No.
Well, I don't know how to approach this. Then I'm just saying what I'm doing.
So you're the reason I introduced passive initiative is so that it kind of gives a little bit of structure to the overall movement of the party. You guys are not in combat currently.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry.
so
ahead.
what? No.
I'm gonna head over here. I'm gonna look and see if there's a cave over here. While I'm doing that, I'm looking around my surroundings for any buildings or anything that's obvious where people might flee to or congregate in.
I'm also looking for tracks, specifically goblin tracks.
I also wanted to go in that area too.
Mhm.
So, my question is, should I roll perception for tracks, investigation for tracks, or survival for searching for goblin tracks?
So if you're going to be doing the way I distinguish the difference between them, survival is if you're hunting or looking for a specific creature. Investigation is if you're looking for clues, and perception is if you're looking for a broad overview. So if you're looking for tracks, but you're not looking like hunting wise, you would be looking with investigation.
I'm specifically looking for goblin tracks.
Okay.
So investigation, yes?
Yes.
And mine being more broad would be more
And
perception.
you would be
right?
perception. Yes.
Okay.
And then I also want to be like surveying the trees, just like cover their back.
Yep. Then you're going to do a perception as well, just to see if anything happens that you would notice.
19's pretty good.
Wait, where is Moon? I don't think I see their character.
They're on top of Gar.
So they're like one character right now?
Yes.
Got it.
Right now we're a twofer.
All right. So, Garuk, you see that there is a small cave, but there doesn't seem to be any there's no outward signs from the cave that there is anybody in the cave. You don't see any tracks or anything moving towards the cave. Moon, you don't see any goblin tracks or any tracks for that matter towards the cave that are bipedal. You do see what looks like probably bear tracks or wolf or a large wolf species. Laziel, you do see in the trees there are some birds and some small forest animals hopping around in the trees, and that's about it. You don't see anything dangerous or menacing.
Appa. No signs to useless life. Useful life.
I see the same thing.
I'm not.
Probably just animals and stuff.
You guys want to go hunting?
Well, that's a bear. That's a wolf. That's a squirrel. And he's like literally pointing to like spots of dirt.
We should look around for an actual, maybe a structure, makeshift structure or something like that.
No,
is my opinion.
there's nothing bipedal that's been through here.
So
Um,
are we
We're
like
barking up the
pressed?
wrong tree.
Are we pressed for time? We could explore the cave.
My family are alone in the forest, so no. I would say press for time.
Okay.
Yeah. I worry about sounds like there's only a handful of goblins by themselves. In a very,
3 goblins. Specifically 3 goblins.
Anyway,
We should look
We
for
should
ruins.
Yeah, we should look around.
Let's go deeper. Not into the cave.
Let's
I
just keep
agree.
moving.
Yeah.
That. Deeper into the forest. Let's go.
My character would like to just, as we're about to move on, just turn to Kai and sit and ask, can you fly at all?
I never actually thought about that.
So, fun fact: Kenkus are not able to fly, and that's why
Okay.
they're so pissed off all the time. Because
Good
they
to
had
know.
their wings as a species, devolved to be unable to fly, and so they're like notoriously Kenku are incredibly upset with other species that are able to fly.
Just kinda
Specifically,
like penguins.
Arakocra.
Then I'm
There-
just gonna shake my head no.
Oh, that's too
What the
bad.
hell was that?
All right.
Dang, I should have
Sorry.
kept my wings.
Hang on,
Anyway.
hang on. Let's see if Henry knows where they are. I take out Henry.
Henry.
Henry!
Who's that?
Henry, wake up! Wake up!
Uh,
You there? I'm literally shaking a skull. That's what you see me doing. Henry!
Oh.
Gar, do you have any idea what's going on over there?
Are you alright, little one?
We're listening for Henry.
Would you mind sharing with the rest of the party, who Henry is?
This is Henry. Wake up,
I
Henry!
can see that. Is Henry supposed to wake up?
Yeah, he's a talking skull.
not to anybody else, only to Moon.
I thought he did. We could hear him
Yeah,
sometimes.
I thought it was partial and we rolled for it.
Did we say that? Did we?
We said it was random
Yeah.
chance whether or not other people heard anything.
Oh, okay. So everybody, please roll perception at disadvantage because you don't believe
Wait,
it's going to happen.
Do I have to roll a disadvantage?
No, Garuk, you've been around him long enough to know that either you're going to hear it or you're not, and
Okay.
if Moon hears it, you hear it.
Oh, I didn't even need to roll then. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Kai and Laziel, you're just sitting there watching this crazy goblin holding a skull, and the skull's not really doing anything. Moss, you see while Moon is holding this, or not Moss, Boca, you
Okay.
while he's holding the skull's eyes light up like a voice-activated LED light as it's talking. He goes, "Oh, good morning."
Henry, my parents are lost in the woods. Which way are they?
Have I met your parents?
Yes.
Are they the one with the quiche? I can't remember. Oh, well, I've been with you. I don't know where they are, but maybe they're near those weird ruins that we went to. You remember last summer with the cat, the giant fucking cat, and no?
Oh, the cat.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Where are we?
We're in the forest. Look, see? There's Appa. I literally hold the skull down so he's facing Appa.
Oh, hi, big guy.
Okay. We'll keep looking. I'll keep you posted. I stuff the skull back in my backpack.
What the fuck was that?
This is my best friend Henry. He says we should look in the ruins. Or some ruins. The ones with the cat.
Okay. I'm sorry, did anyone else but Moon and I just see that?
No,
Right.
that was very unsettling. I had to start walking away.
No, no,
I
no.
think we all saw it, but I heard it too.
Laziel. No. It spoke. It spoke.
I didn't see anything. I had my back turned by the time he was talking to it.
Oh, jeez.
So,
is he
did it tell
trust-
us anything
Is he
useful?
smart?
Yeah, the ruins with the cat. Now, if I could only remember which ruins with the cat that was.
Can you roll a history, because it's going to be you trying to remember.
That's literally what I did.
Already rolled.
Wow, why is it sideways like that? You with a 19, you're like, maybe it's the ones south of us. I do remember ruins south of there, and we saw a couple tigers around there.
Blah 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 blah. That's literally what came out of Moon's mouth. What came out of his mouth.
Can
Oh, the big
I
cats.
roll
that'll
to
be
see if
fun.
I trust this fucking skull? If I should listen to it? If it's like a good idea?
You can roll. What's the thing for intent? Insight.
Alright. Is normal? Yeah.
Yes.
17.
Moon, do you want to explain whether or not she should trust Henry? What are his intentions?
Is he
So
like?
Is he a smart guy, or is he just talking out of his
No.
ass?
Henry is a simpleton.
Mhm.
So maybe we should go not to the temple with the big cats? I'm sure that it would still be smart to head in that direction and check out, see what's around, see if anyone's seen anything, but
Trust Henry.
is it the best choice of action to trust that he knows? Not that he's
Well-
malicious, but that he's capable.
I didn't think about that. It is a bit unsettling the first time.
I trust Henry.
I don't trust it. I didn't hear anything.
We're gonna go deeper anyway. We'll probably pass by the
Yeah.
area anyway. So if we see tracks or something, we'll be aware. That sounds fair
Okay.
to everyone.
Besides, if we see the cats, we'll just kill them and eat them. I mean, what?
No, I think that we should leave the cats alive.
I mean, they might not leave us alive, but hey,
if they,
that'll
if
be
they, like,
if
do
they're
not
even
leave us-
there.
My
Yeah.
promise only extends to the fact that they don't look at me funny, and up until that point, I'm with you.
Understood. Should we head onward?
Yes.
Onward.
South, towards the ruins.
Should we
We'll
take
head
the?
towards.
Should we
yeah.
take the? Should we like go through here, or should we loop around?
Could we do this and not do the hard through trees bit?
I like this.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Yes.
Everyone in agreement? Let's.
I do have to roll because it regardless it would be your guys' fourth and fifth encounter.
Hey, it is what it is.
So, are we like down here now, or are we just like traversing?
I think we're passing through, and then.
If you're going to be going that way, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go throw the pizza in the oven.
You're good.
But yeah, if you guys want to do that, discuss amongst yourselves, make sure everybody is on board, and then move your characters to where you want. I
Kai.
am rolling the encounter as soon as I get back. 10 seconds.
Appa, yip yip.
Papa's already down there.
Little
Kai,
further,
are
buddy.
you coming to join us?
Plant yourself on top of me.
I nod yes.
Nice. Put yourself on top of me.
Oh my.
I'm easily
Sound
amused.
Familiar with? Lol.
I'm sorry, did you just imply that Gar is a bottom?
That boy is a bottom.
I am not okay with this.
It's canon. This is all real.
Formal protest.
Duly
Denied.
noted. We're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna put a pin in that, and we'll come back to it later. So yeah, like, you guys would notice that, like, he's talking to this skull, like he would be talking to like you might be talking to your best friend.
Yeah,
So make of that what you will.
you're very comfortable with that.
Set an alarm or a timer for 22 minutes.
A 22-minute oven pizza. Damn, that takes a minute. Is it fancy?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
fancy.
it is a supreme pizza.
Nice.
And I'm putting put it on a pan. Okay, so you guys made it through there. The encounter, you guys did not. What am I trying to say?
We didn't trigger an encounter.
You didn't trigger an encounter through that. You did see some forest animals, some squirrels, a couple of a small family of foxes running the forest, a couple bunnies here and there, and birds tweeting and flittering.
Oh, that's cute. All right, should we keep walking?
Yeah, let's keep heading south.
I ain't leading, I'm following.
I'll lead. I guess.
I mean, I'm tracking the whole way on Appa's shoulders. Do you want me to keep rolling investigation, or use the same? What do you want me to do? Because I'm still looking for goblin tracks. Well, at this point, I'm not just looking for goblin tracks. I'm also looking for tiger tracks.
So it's a new investigation, please. Actually, no, it's a survival.
I would like to help Moon do
It's,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's no longer investigation; it is now survival because you're essentially hunting tigers.
And
With
I'd
him
like
given
to
the help
help.
action, should I roll advantage?
Mm-hmm. You are rolling at advantage, yes.
Dope. There you go. 17.
So with a 17, you do not see any tiger tracks yet, but you do see again another set of wolf tracks. But the paws look a little bit bigger than usual. Like they don't look like common gray wolf tracks.
Would I know to? I would. Yeah. I mean, I'm a goblin. I would know what a dire wolf looks like.
Yes, you would know what a dire wolf looks like. They the dire wolf tracks tend to be 4-pawed. These ones have a 5th, but they are wolf tracks.
Also, the book.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's right. I have my book of all the different kinds of beasts.
Book of scary big boys.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. When beasts attack. Written by an accomplished author in this world that I'm sure is important, but I don't remember his name. So
We're going to call him, Bob. No. You notice the tracks, and you know that they are wolf, but you're not sure exactly what type of wolf track they are. You just know that the tracks themselves are bigger than common wolves or dire wolves.
We got big boy wolves in the area. Everybody look out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Appa, yip yip. Oh, I'm not on you. That's why. Roll again.
Has everybody moved? Why is it? There you go. Okay, so you guys moved that way. I need to roll another encounter.
Ow. Ow. That was my toe.
Oof. Okay, so you guys come around this corner here. Oh, where's this? So as you guys come down and around this corner here, you see in this area that there are a couple of little wolves. Actually, with the eye, I should be able to
Drop wolves.
for a little baby wolves.
Oh, they're babies.
Not babies, but like they're
Oh, jeez.
and there is one big. Why is he not on this list? But he's on the list on my. I don't understand where. No blue.
What are you looking for?
So I'm going to.
I shouldn't ask.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not telling you. Uh-huh. I'm going to put this icon here, but it's a different page. It's a different character. It's just a representation.
No worries.
And then I can grab these guys like that. Ta-da. You can see there is one. There are 3 normal-looking wolves, and they are circling and attacking one large wolf that is its fur is white and blue, and it has wisps of blue fiery magic coming off of it. You can see that it has the 4 regular claws on its thing, and then a 5th claw that comes up almost like a raptor claw coming up on top that is leaving a 5th impression in the ground as it takes steps. The 3 regular wolves are growling and unhappy about the big wolf. But yeah, that's what you see there. What do you guys do? The wolves have not noticed you
Is
yet.
there any way for me to figure out why they're beating up this big wolf?
Ask him.
Roll a nature roll.
Okay.
While they're doing that,
19.
So with a 19, you can immediately recognize that they are attacking it as if territorially. The 3 littler wolves are common indigenous wolves to this area. The big wolf is not, and they're probably attacking it because it's in their territory.
Do they notice us?
They have not noticed you yet. Everybody gets 1 action before before I roll if they've noticed you, or if any of you guys takes an action that would cause them to notice you. That happens automatically.
Okay.
okay.
Can I say what I do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to very just quietly take out a maul, but not move aggressively yet, and see if they see what the wolves want to do in the situation, if they want to finish their fight, and not try and look not as intimidating and communicate that by body language, but also letting them know, like, hey, if it comes down to it, let's go.
While he's doing that, I am preparing bits of meat, and I want to bequeath the wolves to chill the fuck out and get lost, and try to offer them meat.
Oh, you're going to use meat to try and coax the wolves?
I want to coax the wolves, the smaller wolves, to have some meat and go fuck off.
I think they're in the right.
And yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna try to do. And then
So you're pulling out meat.
Yep.
And you're going to walk close enough to the wolves to get their attention so that they can pay attention to you and not the big wolf. And then try to persuade them to to go away.
But I don't want to do it I don't want to lead with fear. Like, I want to lead with, like, hey buddy. So,
Okay. So
like,
what I'm going to have you do first is put yourself into the position, put your character into the position that you think is close enough to the wolves.
Would you hop off my shoulder, or would you, like, kick me forward?
I would hop off you.
Okay. Making sure.
Alrighty.
Like, and then I would probably go to about there. Yeah.
All right. And then you take out the meat. I need you to do a animal handling check. I'm going to have you do this at regular, not at disadvantage or advantage. You need
Okay.
animal handling check to get attention of them. All right. Wow, a 19. So you have their attention, and the large wolf is looking at you as well. If you're going now, you need to do persuasion at disadvantage because you are attempting to coax
I got fistfuls of meat.
Yes. So
It's being retarded. Okay, there we go. What is going on with this sheet? Hold on 1 second. Okay. So disadvantage for persuasion, yeah?
yes, please.
It's gonna be ugly.
Uh, 4. Okay. So the fistfuls of meat and what do you say to them?
I say, hey, give you some food, just go about your day.
And the wolves look towards you, and the two smaller wolves towards the front there growl. Your persuasion did not work.
I toss this one a piece of meat, but not like close enough to like hit him with it, just close enough to be closer to him.
All right. That is another animal handling, please.
Just toss meat.
So that you're going to do the animal handling so that if you succeed on this, the meat goes in front of him and it will docilate him. 13 passes. So the meat flops onto the ground in front of him, and he stops for a second, bows his head, and is looking at you while growling, teeth bared, sniffs the meat a little bit, licks down, grabs the meat, and then brings his head back up with the meat and backs up a little bit, but his teeth are still bared, and he is upset, but he is not going to attack you.
And I toss the other one meat.
Alrighty. Do another animal handling. This one does the exact same thing, except for he turns and runs out of sight into the forest.
Later, dude.
So there's still one attacking it.
This one is paying attention. This one is eating, and he is paying attention to Moon. These two.
I take out another piece of meat and gonna toss it to the big white one.
I mean, I could just cast Thaumaturgy and make the ground shake and the leaves shake and probably scare him away with that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I may not be necessarily trying to scare them off.
I want to figure out what the white wolf is.
So, animal handling for the white wolf?
You are not able to perform animal handling on the white wolf, no.
Okay. Can I throw meat towards the one in the back?
You absolutely can.
Alright, so I'm gonna toss meat towards the other one in the back.
Alrighty. With an 11, you go to try to toss the meat for the one in the back, and the white wolf is standing in the way, so it flops on the side of him and lands somewhere over here. This wolf has now come over this way, is looking at the noise of it, but is still very wary of the white wolf, and is no longer paying attention to you, Moon.
All right. What about this wolf down here?
He has dragged the meat back a
I'll
little
toss
bit.
him another one.
While the two wolves are distracted, I try signaling like hand motions to the white wolf, like like beckoning it as if it's like a human shapeshift. Like, hey, come on, now's your chance. Come to us.
Why are we inviting this giant wolf to come hang out with us?
It could be a human transformed.
Well,
Better
not.
not be a human.
It could be a
Dude.
being
Why
transformed.
couldn't
As
But why the
with my
fuck
background,
would it
Grim,
be?
So why
does
couldn't
it
he do
seem like it's a transform thing?
why couldn't he do animal
Or does it
handling
seem-
on it then?
Too powerful. You can't handle it.
Does this seem like have I ever seen a creature like this before, Grim? And would I know if there's any what ascertain the magic of it with my background?
Oh yeah, actually, could you roll Arcana for me, Garuk? Because you might have seen something similar to this.
No, I didn't.
I
No.
mean, in my backstory, I spent a lot of years in the Yaborian, plains, forest, whatever you would call it.
Hmm.
Could I possibly roll? See if I know what it is. What would that be?
Yeah, it would be an Arcana check.
Okay.
By the way,
21.
Yes.
just for point of reference, that mage's amulet is around my neck and definitely exposed. The white wolf could definitely see it if they wanted to.
Okie dokie.
Just to be completely transparent, I wear that thing around my neck.
Wait, what is it?
An amulet.
It's a little amulet around my neck.
Why would it matter to the white wolf?
Not saying it would.
Anyway, I rolled a 21.
So with a 21,
Well, I didn't. Yeah.
when the white wolf creature turns to you, you can see that there is a gemstone placed, about the size of your fist, where its head meets its torso area. The gemstone is covered up somewhat by the white fur, but it is glowing with the same blue magical energy. You are aware that this is one of the great ancient beasts of the forest.
Oh, God.
They are magical creatures or animals, and each of them has a unique set of powers.
So,
Would
just for reference, so we should, not be fucking with this thing.
well, does Divine Sense, does it let me detect if things are evil, or is it just let me detect if their location?
What does it say? Let's see. One of your spells, or is it a?
I just
a
posted
built-in?
it.
Celestial fiend or undead.
Well, it says the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor. So,
Okay,
if
so,
this thing is evil, would I be able to detect if it's evil? This is what I'm
So,
trying to
no,
figure out
the great-
if it's a good or bad wolf.
Okay, so great beasts are neutral. They are always neutral because the great beasts are the guardians of the elements of nature and the elements of harmony.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
I'm glad nobody got that reference. They are they are inherently neutral because they do not have a sense of good versus evil in terms of humanoid constructs. They are the ones that protect the forest and all of the secrets within it, and the rest of the anywhere they exist. They're the ones that protect the water and the forest and the animals that live within, and the balance of nature as a whole. So
Okay.
you wouldn't be able to detect that it's evil because it's not evil.
No, I mean that answered my question. So there's no evil presence. So that answered
Mhm.
it.
There is an ominous presence, a foreboding presence, because when a great beast appears, it is a very powerful beast. Magically, they have a significant amount of power. So if one is appearing, it means either something's real wrong in this area, or they're going out of their way to find something specific.
Okay, with that information, I think that we should get these little wolves to fuck off. We either.
That's literally what I'm in the process of doing. So, chill. I
You
got
should
it.
probably assist
Okay.
him with this.
Can we still not beckon it over?
So I'm gonna offer the lower wolf some more meat. Kind of toss it more meat.
You absolutely can. Which one? The
lower one.
The lower wolf. Okay. So, yeah, that goes perfectly. The wolf actually comes forward to grab it, and he is no longer growling.
But he doesn't take off with the meat.
No, he's eating the meat where you dropped it.
All right.
And the other wolf has grabbed the meat and is kind of dragging it into the forest. The white wolf there, the great beast, noticed that you guys have taken care of the other wolves and not really paying attention to it, and it has turned around. It is keeping an eye on you guys, but it is now facing away from you and is walking further back this way.
As he's walking away, I'm gonna say, "You wouldn't happen to see 3 goblins that kind of look like me, would ya?"
You can see he moves his big head sideways, and you can see his eye makes contact with you, and he like makes a snorting noise with his nose, and then turns back away from you.
I want to see like how wounded
Did
that
he look
wolf.
in any particular direction?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Did he look in any particular direction?
No, it was like a snort of disapproval, kind of. Like,
Fine, you're welcome. I look at the other 2 wolves that are eating, and I'm like, "Now, be good. Don't get caught in any traps." And I walk back to the group.
and can you roll one last animal handling for me? So this wolf has followed you. The other wolf disappeared into the forest, and the great beast is walking away. Still very
Wait,
visible in the
I
forest.
know that he's following me.
Yes.
How
I hold out
wounded?
my hand and say, "You want to scooch behind the ear? Behind the ear? Huh? Come on. Scoochie, scoochie." I'm literally wiggling my fucking fingers, like, you know.
Yep. Roll a animal handling. This is your last animal handling. If you succeed in it, you have domesticated this wolf.
Oh my god. Holy
Oh
shit!
my fucking god damn it!
We have a wolf!
You now have a wolf.
Oh my god!
He comes up. You wiggle your fingers, and he comes up and like lets you touch him on the head, and then puts his pushes his ear into your hand.
And I scooch his ear. "We gotta come up with a good name for you, huh?"
That was
And I walk
good.
back to the group.
Okay.
Wolf and toe.
Let's continue
I made a
on
friend.
conversing, I guess, with our new dog.
I think Laziel wanted to say something. I don't know.
I'm good.
Okay.
Then
I guess I'm the only one that really wanted to know more about the white wolf, so we'll move on.
I mean, hey, the big wolf didn't eat me.
I wanted to see how wounded it was. I was going to heal it to try to like get it to come with us.
I think its responsibilities lie with the forest over any one of us.
Right, but
I've
there was a
seen that
big
gem on its
there was a
chest.
big explosion down here, and it could have harmed the
Not-
forest, and it protects the forest, so it
It
could be
wasn't
help us.
in this town.
Right, but the devastation could have expanded from the explosion. But it's
This
fine. We
forest
can just
doesn't belong to that wolf.
move on.
I mean, no. This forest does belong to the great beasts like that wolf. That's why this forest is so dangerous.
I would know that, right?
Yes, absolutely. The great beasts are the ones who rule the forest. The forest is not part of one of the countries.
Yeah.
I retract what I said because I wouldn't have said that because I would know that.
Yeah.
Do all the great beasts have gemstones in them?
They have a point of magical source, yes.
Uh-huh.
I am walking.
Okay.
Look, I made a friend.
Congratulations.
I'm following. Okay.
Wolfie.
I continue to
I'm
walk.
keeping an eye out for the tracks of any goblins.
Oh, should I roll perception and see if I see this fucking building I'm right next to?
Yeah, you do see a very large looking, decrepit looking castle. One of the towers has been broken down completely and it is rubble. The front area where the moat and the entrance are the moat is dried up, and the entrance area where would be where they would have horses and stuff like that is all empty, barren, and overgrown by weeds. It looks like a small castle for like a small keep. If
Are there any tracks? 'Cause I'm looking up
it
the
looks
tracks.
like there was wolf tracks, but they don't look fresh at all.
What about any goblin tracks?
You do see. Can you give me a per investigation? With a 13, you do see there is this, a set of goblin tracks leading in, and then a set of other humanoid feet leading out.
Y'all wanna check this out?
See goblin tracks.
I scooch the wolf's ear and I say, "You smell goblins in there?"
Can you communicate with animals?
No. Can you?
No.
I don't know if any of you have the ability to convene with
Yeah.
animals, except for possibly Garuk, because he's got druidic powers.
I am literally just like a person talking to their dog.
Mm-hmm. Except for you haven't had this dog for a long time, so.
That is true. That is true. But I literally, I'm just like, smell any goblins? in there?"
Yeah.
Does he have a reaction at all?
No.
I'm gonna
You know, I
look.
was gonna call you divine, but we'll
Okay.
see.
I'm gonna look closer at the buildings and see if I notice anything more anything like descriptive about it, or what it's like I know you said it was like a keep, but like if there's like any more important information I can gather about it, or if like the vibes are off.
Mm-hmm. If you want to do investigation for me.
There are goblin tracks leading in, but only humanoid tracks leading out.
12.
All right, so you see from the outside where you are, you do see scorch marks, which makes you believe that there was either a minor explosion or some kind of fire that did affect the outside wall. You see, you do see the goblin tracks leading in, a small set of them, not many, but a couple of them. And you do, but you don't see goblin tracks leading out. You also see humanoid larger footprints, boot prints leading in, and the same boot prints leading out.
Oh god.
How fresh?
Can I
Go
just
ahead, Kai. Sorry. Kai?
Oh, I was gonna say I could try to roll investigation too.
Well, I'm an idiot having a conversation with a wolf, and I will be right back because I have to pee. So.
Okay.
Okay, continue conversing with the wolf. Who's a good boy?
Do you
So
wanna?
Kai, if you want to roll investigation, I can get you a different set of details.
Did
Oh,
I roll with a
Uh,
disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh,
So
Why?
it'd
let
be
me.
18, I think.
Let me. Well, I
Why?
could.
Yeah, re-roll for me. 14's a happy medium between them. With a 14, you can see that the goblin footprints don't look super fresh. They look like they were probably at least a day old. But the humanoid footprints are fairly fresh. The
Hmm.
dirt scuffed up around them hasn't settled yet.
Can I go in there carefully, making sure I don't I don't know, run into any traps or anything, and just make sure that there aren't goblin corpses in the house or the keep, unless it's like a fat ass building.
I
Oh,
would like to go with both.
it is a fat ass building.
Can I just start snooping around, peeking around for
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
corpses?
both.
Yeah, so if you walk into the main area, uh, after you push open the ajar front gate door, you see that there is the the smoking remains of what looked like a small campfire, a couple small tents that have been knocked over and ajar, a bag of what once was holding food that is now ripped open and it looks like claw marks, like wolves might have come in and eaten it. What was in it, and you do see four goblin corpses.
Holy shit! Wait, hold on. Just a quick question, just for the I don't know if this is just for the DM. There are only 3 members of his family that are alive. Is can Gar roll to figure out if this is his family? Would Gar have
I've
known
never
him
met
then?
them. I never met
Fuck.
them.
None of
Have you heard about them? Their description?
None of the three of you that are in the keep right now have any
yeah.
idea what the physical appearance of.
Yeah. Once I see that, I am gonna shout for Moon.
One
Moon's
of the goblins.
currently busy.
One of the goblins is still breathing.
Holy shit.
Oh, then I'm gonna do a medicine check on the breathing goblin if I knew that.
I'm back.
Please, roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Just to. Oh, actually, you should probably get moving.
I'm gonna.
Does anyone want to help me make this medicine check?
How would I do that?
Just say that you're
Do I just-
helping.
Yeah, I'm helping you. I'm there. I'm helping.
Yeah, like helping me do stuff like bandage it,
Yes.
you hand me things like that. So is it okay
Listening
to roll
for-
with advantage then?
Well, are we actually healing it right now, or are we just checking?
Checking.
I am trying to do both.
The one that you are working on, is bleeding from a series of slashes. Peeks under the hood.
Well,
That's
here.
right.
Wait, yeah, no, it's
It is a
garbage.
boy. It is definitely male. Ooh woo. So Laziel with a medicine of 12 and
Oh, wait,
Garuk with a
I was
medicine of
helping. I
15.
was helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm helping. I mean,
Uh,
I'm gonna heal if it's actually bleeding though.
Natural
Oh,
20.
okay, so you've sustained a character that was supposed to die. Give me a second.
Holy shit!
So, the three of you go to work immediately as soon as you see that he's still sputtering and breathing. You see that Moon, it's a boy.
I'm aware.
Oh, okay. You do you. And the dog, the wolf will do wolf. So you bandage up the wounds that are on its torso and its face, and one of the gashes that is across its arms with whatever scraps you can find around there. He is sputtering to breathe, but you have sustained him to the point where he is still stable. And he has, since you have gotten there, passed out and is now stably breathing, but not dying.
How old is this goblin?
Moon, how old are you?
13.
All right, so he's about 15 looking. Like he looks like a fully grown goblin.
Can we like yell to get Moon in here?
Moon responded, and yeah, he's on his way.
Yeah.
And
I
have
just
him.
wasn't trying to interrupt people, so I was typing it.
All right, the wolf follows you towards the temple, or not temple, the ruins, and like stops and is sniffing the wolf tracks that are there, and then curls up next to the entrance of the ruins, and like doggy sleeps.
Stay there! And I run inside.
All right, as you run inside, you see that the majority of the ruins, the entryway, that room that they're in is empty, but in the one corner closer to the front entrance, there are what looks like a little campsite that had been ravaged. A couple of tents that had been knocked over. There is a big bag of material, what was holding food that has been torn open, and it looks like there are claw marks from what would have been a wolf that had attacked the bag and ripped it. And there are 3 goblin corpses, and your friends are sitting around one goblin that they have healed and stabilized with medicine checks.
I walk up to the goblin.
The goblin is somebody that you do not recognize.
I look at the, I saw the other corpses, right?
Yes, but I would need you to roll a investigation.
Oh shit.
That is intimidation.
That's intimidation!
I
Look
rolled
at
the
me, you
wrong
fucking
thing.
corpses!
Oh, looks like you have to re-roll.
Let's count
Yeah.
it anyway.
Oh, darn.
You can't canonically scream at the corpses. So, with a 5 of investigation, you can't tell what the goblin corpses looked like, because they definitely were killed by something, and then the wolves got them.
From the tracks and everything else, I think it's. I mean, it looks like, you know, the
Why
group
don't
of
we
goblins
ask-
came in.
Why don't we ask the person who's alive?
Aren't they passed out?
But yes, they are currently passed out. They are stable, but they are.
Well, then I'm going to
Unconscious.
work on him a little bit, just like give him rations, give him water, keep him.
He's
Comfortable.
sleeping.
I'm going
I-
to continue to investigate the
Drown.
other 3 frantically.
Yeah, I'm going to like look around too. What would I roll for that?
What are you looking for?
Like any clues or like just anything of note?
So an investigation would be for that.
Can I roll to look for any type of like, not like personal identification type of thing, but like any like personal memorabilia that might have been held by any of these individuals? I don't want to say that I'm like looting the corpses, but like I'm not looting, I'm just looking.
I'm not looting. I'm just seeing if there's
Looking.
anything that's of use from them that they're no longer going to have use for because they are dead.
It's more to just personally identify them is more my goal here. But if I find anything worth a lot of money, it's not like I'm not gonna take it. They're not using it. What would I roll for that?
Right,
Before you get into that, like, I am frantically looking through these 3 corpses.
So, Kai, with an investigation of 8, you can you notice that there is a chipped off piece of what looks like was probably a longsword that is broken off of wherever the rest of it is, where you're not sure where it is because you can only find the one piece. Karuk is just cradling a cast out adult goblin and singing to it. Okay. You find a broken piece of a blade. It looks like human made. Who else? So,
What should I have rolled for looking for any type of things on the bodies?
It's going to be investigation. Moon, you got an investigation of 18.
I'm frantically looking through these 3 bodies for anything.
21.
So you notice that 2 of the bodies are male, 1 is female. What you can tell of the female body, she was wearing almost shaman equipment. Very, very natural looking. No medals on her. One of the younger of the 2 goblin bodies. None of them have faces, by the way. And the younger of the 2 goblin bodies has some battling gear on him, but the older one has been gored.
Can you elaborate on the no faces?
They've just been like eaten out
Yeah,
by wolves.
yeah, the wolf came in and ate them out.
They ate 'em out real good. They ain't got
Okay.
left.
I just
Okay,
wanted to
hold on.
clarify this was by wolves and not like by a person.
Yeah, no, it looks like their heads are have been chewed on and mangled.
While
Okay,
I'm
hold
also
on.
Do you want me to be
Trying
more gory?
discern if there's anything on them that, like, these are my family.
What are some things that your mother would have on her?
Like personal effects, like anything that
What
like,
are What are some personal effects that your mother would have on her?
an engraved bracelet with my name on it.
I mean, like, she would
Mommy's
have.
jewelry, like
Does she
stuff
have
like that.
jewelry on her? Would she have made a small little stick doll out of stick and some hay that she wound for you and you used to play with as a baby, and then you dropped it when you were sold, and she held on to it because she wanted to remember you, and
Sure.
as she died, she was clutching it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry.
And the older goblin, the older male goblin.
Yep.
Does he have a bunch of papers on him?
He has a couple of scrolls that are wrapped up with twig wire, and he is sitting close to what looks like a couple of books that are stuffed hastily into a leather bag.
Am I able to gauge Moon's reaction to be able to figure out if he believes that this is his parents?
That is entirely up to Moon, because I don't know how his character portrays emotions.
I would now go through the 3rd goblin, looking for, like, traps and whips and leashes and things that you might find on a beast trainer.
Okay. I'm trying to think of. What are you going to do in terms of you found this evidence?
What do you mean? I'm
Like-
gonna determine that if all 3 line up.
Oh, okay. The younger one. When was the last time you saw your brother?
The guy's a renowned beast trainer, so I wouldn't imagine that would be any different now.
He's got some pretty cool looking armor on. That what's left of it anyway. The he has a whistle on his belt that is made out of a tooth, a large animal tooth, like a dragon tooth or something like that. Is what someone would have said to him, but you're not sure if it's actually a dragon tooth. I think that's just the story. It was whittled down, and it has the shape of a wolf head on the tip, and then it has 4 finger holes. Is used for training pack wolves.
Right. I'll turn to the group and say, no one touches these bodies. No one.
Understood.
I look at Appa in a way I've never looked at Appa before. And I say, pick that one up. We're taking him with us. And I walk out.
Well, I say to the general rest of. Did the rest of the party even enter?
Yeah,
we're all in
everybody
there.
everybody was in there.
Yeah.
I walked
Corner
out.
there, yeah.
I walked out when you said nobody else touched the body.
Same.
So, I guess I leave.
As I walk out, I'm gonna make an observation check just to see if there's anything like out here while we've been inside.
You don't see anything that's really changed on the outside, except for it has gotten a little bit darker. The sun is beginning to set.
I will walk up to Delilah. And I'm gonna look at it. Right in the face and say, did you eat something in there?
It doesn't understand you. You don't speak dog,
Where?
and it doesn't speak goblin.
I'm aware.
It does nothing.
As you come out of the door, out of the ruins, it stands up and it's wagging its tail at you, and like doing the little doggy pant.
Oh, Delilah, not a good time.
I'm gonna put my hands on both sides of Delilah's head, and I'm gonna lean in real close. And I'm gonna start sniffing her for my mother.
I was gonna say, isn't there a way we could check for like the scents on the wolf?
Can any of us like smell like that? Is that a thing that we can do?
I thought we could smell
I know
presences.
what my mother smells like.
How? What would I even be having you roll for that?
Okay.
Realistically,
Sniff
it'd
check.
probably be survival.
It could either be wisdom because it's trying to remember your mother's scent. Oh,
No, because I'm not. It would literally be survival.
Yeah, I guess it is survival. I have to roll to see if it did or did not eat your mom. Give me a second. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Let's see. Did you eat the mom? Oh boy. Okay. What did you roll? You can smell the same goblin-y liquored smell of liquored, the putrid smell of dead goblins. When you bring yourself that close to Delilah's face, you can smell that slightly that same smell on her breath, his breath, its breath.
Delilah. Sit.
Lazio flailed top.
Just out of nowhere.
Ninja.
Very quickly, just in case.
I'm just
How
kidding,
more
by the
does-
way. I'm just kidding.
Acrobatics 15. If you're going to do, you did 24. So if you're going to animal handling, to try and get him to follow a lead because he doesn't understand you, but he is friendly to you and will continue to follow you.
I'm literally telling him to sit.
Yeah, but you don't speak dog. You don't speak wolf. It doesn't speak common.
Alright.
They don't. They're not.
It's been like 30 minutes of being a dog.
Animal handling of 12. It understands somewhat what you're trying to do, and after a couple of tries of you telling it to sit, finally it does sit, and it's looking up at you. Well, not really looking up. Like, look, its head is eye level with you because you a short boy,
Mhm.
but it's sitting now. The
I'm gonna sit down in front of the dog. Just
What
stare
are
at
we
him.
trying to accomplish? Are we... So we can either...
I think
Punch the
we're
dog.
letting Moon have Moon's
Yeah.
moment of grief, and maybe we should all let Moon have
Let's-
this moment of grief.
What's he doing?
I'm literally just staring, watching the mannerisms of the wolf. Just sitting there, watching.
Y'all. And I honestly start after saying, let Moon have his moment of grief. I start kind of walking, still keeping Moon in my eye, but like out of earshot.
All right, as you're walking around,
And I
you're
still have
making-
the unconscious goblin like in my arms.
Alrighty, and oh boy. Okay, so as you guys are walking around, you see smoke. As you guys walk around, hold on, finger thingy, thank you. As you guys walk around this way, and you see smoke coming from this general area. There is smoke around here.
I know our... Did we all see that? Or just Gar?
All of you see it. Yeah,
We
I
can
feel
probably
like-
smell it too.
you can.
We should, hypothetically, not get closer to it and back off for like a little bit.
I can't leave yet until Moon's done grieving. But I'm not gonna push him. So
I don't
you
want to
guys
push
can
him either.
I mean,
guys
other than
move
Look-
back if you want.
looking for his family, what were we coming down here for?
We're literally searching for the safe haven to avoid the war. I don't know. Once Moon is done, we can probably like recap and have a conversation. I don't know.
So
Yes.
I need to have a whisper chat with you.
Okie dokie. I'm pulling you into private. I'll see you guys in a couple seconds.
Oh jeez.
Character development. Yippee!
Oh god. I
Like. Yeah.
and the fact that he was like, you were not supposed to keep that fourth one alive, and now we have him alive.
Well, it's just like
And
I don't know. Moon's backstory was that his family was alive, and then like now they're not.
dead.
You know.
But what it looks like happened was a bunch of human soldiers came in, raided the place, left them for dead, and then the wolves finished them off. That's what I'm seeing there.
So
But,
anyway,
like, Damn.
yeah.
And then the dog.
Do we domesticate it?
I feel so bad for laughing, but isn't that just the funniest shit? Like, out of character, that's just terrible. That's so bad.
What, Grandma?
How long is that gonna last?
It goes until 7.
And his character's
Why?
a ranger. His character can like track and
Yeah,
smell.
well, remember last time
Use
I
that
just came
stuff.
and helped you,
That's
so
what
what
he's
do you
good
want
at.
to do?
Oh, I don't
And
know.
he's like, alright, buddy. Alright, Delilah. What did you do in New York City? What is it like there?
I'll just have a hamburger patty and
Do you want me
She
to just
told
Pretty
him.
much.
Pizza?
Yeah.
no. I don't do that.
Okay.
I wonder, was it a high roll? Would the high roll be eating it? Or would it...
I have no idea what. I think what Grim did by rolling survival was
Okay.
just checking what it said about survival. Because DMs
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
And I mean, like, if it's rolling survival as in survival instinct for the wolf and not survival of his family,
Yeah.
then if it was that high roll that we got to see. But my mom is downstairs screaming about some kind of hot air floor cleaning product, like a vacuum cleaner, but not, and how it is not at all worth the $300 that they are charging for it. She is very upset. She is.
I
If she was a
want to
barbarian, she'd be in a rage.
I want to join her on this infomercial. They pissed me off.
Like, damn.
Dude,
Why
all that
didn't
false advertising, girl.
Okay, I
Dare
have to say,
they.
infomercials as a kid, those are my favorite fucking thing to watch all of the time. I loved infomercials. Like when I was a kid, my friend would go to sleep and she'd banish me to sleep on the couch because somehow she was like homophobic as a child, but like neither of us were gay, so it didn't make any sense. Like she wouldn't let me sleep in the same bed as her half the time. She was fucking weird. Anywho, I'm laying on the couch with like not even a blanket, sleepovers, and I'm watching, the fucking George Lopez show or whatever comes on the TV, and then I switch to the infomercial channel, and it's just like 3 or 4 hours long of just infomercial after infomercial, and I just lay there and watch them until like 3 in the morning, and I'd finally be able to go to sleep, because, you're at your friend's house, so you're sleeping on a leather fucking couch.
Yeah, I used to watch the George Lopez show all the time. Ba-da-da-da. So whatever that song is. I think it's Lowrider. Yeah. He just did a comedy special on Netflix. George Lopez.
No.
Wow. He's kind of a piece of shit, though. Like,
He's
with
old.
his wife, and then he gets the kidney from his wife, and then immediately after divorces her, and in the divorce she tried to sue him for the kidney she gave him, and then he gets with a new bitch, like immediately.
Wow.
Like, damn, da, you're kind of ruthless. You took her kidney and dipped?
That is
Yeah.
kind of insane. I never knew that.
I don't know what the results of the court thing was, but
I
seriously.
think that he kept her kidney. I don't think she got it back, but I think
Well,
that
no,
he
like money,
paid her-
monetary wise.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that he had to pay her what it would cost to get, like, a kidney.
Which is fair.
That's under fucking standable. He used her for that damn kidney.
So, what blood
They're
type
gonna
are you?
come back.
No.
I'm
Not you, not
I'm
you.
A
That's what
positive.
George. That's what George Lopez was asking his wife.
Oh,
So,
but now I want to know
hey,
what's
what
everyone's blood
you at?
type. Do you guys know your blood type?
I do.
What is it?
Be positive. So
Ooh,
be
positive.
positive. Yeah.
Anybody else know their blood type and are willing to share? Just the information, not any organs. I don't need any.
I know I'm not. I think I'm an A negative if I remember correctly.
Ugh, imagine being part of the positive gang. Couldn't be me. I'm just kidding. I wish I was a negative type. So my blood could be given to more people. Because you know, positive can have negative, but negative in women can't have positives because it'll make you infertile. Anyway, now that we've had our fun little biology lesson for the day, I'm afraid that when I don't want to lose the emotional intensity of the moment that we were just in, but like I needed a minute.
I get it. Like, I don't even know what they're talking about right now. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Because, like, for looking from Moon's point of view, it's sort of like he had this backstory written up about his parents who he may or may one day not meet or anything again, and literally just destroyed it. Like me, my character, that's different. There's a different thing going on with him. But like his character, they were all alive, you know? Like I'm sure we all
Yeah.
have our backstories. We don't need to share all of them right now because we'll figure that
Yeah.
out in time. But like, you know,
Like
goddamn.
like I'm just gonna put it as I have a quote unquote missing family member, and I don't mean like missing posters. I mean like just disappeared, not out of like a concern, just left the family. And if my GM
Yeah, like he left these people alive. Like I genuinely thought that there was a chance like, hey, we'll
we were
meet
gonna
them
find his
and, you
family,
know, we'll find them and, you know, we'll be
but
able to talk to them and maybe they won't join up with us, maybe they will, but like at least a conversation, but nope. And the one that got
yeah.
left alive that wasn't supposed to get left alive wasn't even a member of his family.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know.
Sorry,
Hello.
I didn't mean to be so disconnected. I was switching over to the
You're good.
Bluetooth, so I'm actually walking away from my computer. So let me know if
They're both
I.
back.
Okay, they just dropped back in, so
Well, no, I'm trying to say let me know if you can't hear me. I'm just not at my
okay.
computer.
Okay.
All right. All right. So here's what happens. Um, Moon is sitting there in deep contemplation, staring at a wolf. And finally, if any of you are still paying attention to Moon,
Stars.
he takes out a piece of meat and he hands it to the wolf and kind of like scooches his head down until the wolf is like basically on his lap.
Ugh.
And he says, "Hey, Appa,
I look over and I start walking over.
you have to take my parents to Niflheim.
You mean Nifldinger?
Nifldanger, yes.
Okay.
All
Nifl.
right.
And my brother and all of their possessions.
I set down the
We need to take him too.
No. We will. But I gotta go in there and use the tents. We gotta make a makeshift thing because I'm strong, but I can't carry it all myself. I'm sure your new friend can help.
I'm,
We're keeping him.
yeah.
All right. I'll go in and get started.
Very
Boca.
carefully make sure you take all of their stuff.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I very gingerly set down the other goblin in front of Voka.
I'll take care of him.
I'm not saying you have to stay with him or not. I'm just setting him here.
I'll
And
keep
I
an eye
head
on him.
inside. Yeah. I head inside and I very in a very the way I used to see my own mother deal with the departed, taking their belongings and setting them aside, very carefully being respectful, using the tents to sort of wrap up them and any sticks that I can find, trying to make like a makeshift sled almost, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what I start working on.
Okay. If you could do a survival check for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, with an 18, you find you find some pieces of wood, and you use the rope and the canvas that the tent was made out of, and you make almost like a trailer, but just like for sliding. What is it, like a sled type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and a small attachable harness that you would be able to put on Delilah. It is large enough to put all three of the bodies and all of their belongings onto.
Okay, and it would be like I would make it in a way to either Delilah or me could carry it.
Oh, absolutely. You could pull it,
Yeah,
drag it behind
cool,
you as well. Yes.
cool, awesome. That's what I'm doing.
I would look up at Voka and say, the Stinkies did this.
Mm-hmm.
Delilah and his friends, well, they were just opportunistic beasts. I can't blame him. I want to, but I can't.
I just kind
We
of
have to get to that city.
nod my head.
All right. You would have noticed as well of the smell of like campfire smoke, and if you looked through the cracks of the building, you would be able to see that there is fire, uh, like a campfire smoke signal in the air in this area.
Hmm.
Wait, like a smoke signal or like a
Not like
fire
a
that is spreading?
not a fire that's spraying. Like somebody has set
Oh,
up camp there.
I thought. Either way, I don't think that that's. I don't know. I don't think that's good people.
No, that's probably the people who did this.
Well, we can go investigate, and if our
If I go
assumptions
over
are
there, I'll kill them
true,
all. Or die trying. I don't want to.
I'm just going to let you know that if you did choose to go, you wouldn't be alone in your fight.
I understand, and I appreciate that. But I'm not thinking rationally right now, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing the best I can. So I'm going to go the other way before I kill a bunch of people unnecessarily.
I want to support
Understood.
Moon, whatever he does.
Can we like head over into more of, I don't want to say this area. Can we cut through to like here and try to set up a makeshift like camp since it seems to be getting darker and to kind of keep us safe?
We would need
Absolutely.
to get further away before we set up camp.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Thinking about how, yeah, we could head back into town, but that's a bit of a far walk.
Um, I look at the sky and I'm just kind of like looking for, because I imagine the sun is trailing down.
Okay.
Is it?
The sun is starting to set. Yes.
Could I get a gauge on how many hours travel we could get and still get a full night's sleep away from here?
You could definitely, if you were to just beeline it through the forest, you could definitely get at least a couple more hours travel south. Maybe even make it to the river bed if you all kept pace.
What's up, Grandma?
Which freezer is that mac and cheese?
Alright.
I'm coming.
We could go travel down this way and kind of head more so in like direction to kind of keep our distance from these people for now, and head down
Yeah.
through this way and then eventually like stagger
What direction do we need to be heading?
I look at the
this one.
compass.
Well, yes.
Hey, quick, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you can see when you hold up the compass is pointing southeast.
So I point in the direction of southeast.
Alright, remember I took it out of the box.
This way, right? Kind of more
Uh,
this direction, but
Southeast from his location. This way.
So it would be this way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Well, Delilah. You're gonna have to help. And I assume Gara's out with the makeshift thing.
With my ability, I'm going to just communicate with Delilah the basics of how this sled thing works. And let them know that sometimes I'll pull it, sometimes they'll pull it, but they're gonna need to help.
Okay.
I just have
And
a
there
like
will
a
be
quick
flood.
concern question.
Hmm?
So Delilah is still a dog who still gets hungry.
Mhm.
How do we make
So
sure? Like, do we have a tarp over the like
I'm
top of it?
I
Is it
have
gonna
wrapped
stay?
everybody in one of the tents. I've also
Okay.
used different a
Okay.
less of a
Just checking in.
putrid scent.
Sounds good to
Yeah.
me.
Mm.
I'm headed down.
And who's got the other goblin? We gotta take him too.
I got him. I got him. He's with me. I'm like carrying him. Just like
I can
I have him
carry
slung
him.
on my side like a toddler. Well, he's a goblin and I'm like 5'11".
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've got him.
He's like a
He's
baby.
sleeping on my chest like a little baby. I've pat his bum a little bit as we're walking.
I mean, it's more like a 10, 12-year-old in terms of scale, to be fair.
Yeah, but like the size comparison, like with me, more of just
No,
like having him
100%.
on
I'm
my
just saying, you're
shoulder.
like carrying like a
Yeah.
12-year-old person your size, you know?
Yeah.
But
Alright.
Okay.
anyway, south we go. And as fast as we can go. I think we can go a few more hours before we're gonna have to make camp.
Okay.
Everyone good? And I'm looking at
Mhm.
Lazio and Kai.
Yeah, I'm just following.
I just nod my head.
Yeah, I want to do whatever Moon wants to do.
Noticing that Kai sorry, Go ahead. Sorry, Lazio.
I was just trying to say I'm basically here for support.
Okay.
You glitched out a bit.
I'm just here for support. I'm not at my computer, so Grim, you'll move me.
Okie dokie.
I think we're about to be at the top of the next page. We've all just head down.
All right, I am making the next page right now.
Cool.
Putting your
I'm
characters
munching on
there.
some salted rations.
What'd you
God, I
say
love
there?
cured meat.
Oh, I'm just offering you some cooked meat. Just my character would notice that you've been more quiet, so.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, you as an aside, you know about like Kenku speech, right?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know if my
I
character does, but I just know that you've been more quiet and you seem bird-like. So I don't know how best to. My character
Um,
doesn't. If that makes.
I'm going to roll a nature, I guess.
Okay. What for?
And this is to see if I know about the mimicry of Kinku.
Okay.
Yeah. May I roll as well?
Yes. Those of you
can
who
I
wouldn't
also roll?
outright no, like it. All right. So Moon, you've met a couple Kenkus before, and you also would know about Kenkus because the Kenkus would be in your bestiary.
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
Uh, perception.
It was a misclick.
Okay. Garuk, you're not. You've never met a Kenku before. You've never
But
had
with
that
the
conversation.
book and everything.
Have you have you
Oh,
read from the
Moon
book
reads
yourself?
it every single night like religion to Gar.
Oh, okay. So then you should have rolled with advantage. Roll again for me.
Oh, okay.
Voka, you've met Kenku before, but that you're not sure if it's all Kenku, but you are aware that some Kenkus do it. And Garuk, yeah, absolutely.
Um, would anyone mind telling me what it is?
Yeah, I was just about to say, what the heck is
Like the
Kenku?
actual
I've never.
Kenku thing?
Yeah, I don't like the like what we're referencing, like the Kinku
We're
speech or whatever.
not fluent like in a language. We can only make noises that we've heard before.
Yeah, Kenkus are like
Basically,
The more we talk to you, the more you can say.
mm, okay, it's
kind
like
of.
I put
Not
it in
really.
game chat. I put it in game chat. This is
Aren't
what
we
it
making
says for
hamburgers?
Kenku.
Kenku, like they don't have a language of their own. Like they don't have like a real understanding of actual language. They can use phrases and sounds to communicate what they need to people if they've heard it before. Like mimicry is how they communicate.
Okay,
I put
got
the
it.
definition for mimicry in chat.
Yeah, I read it. Thank you.
Yeah.
like if you've ever seen like I can't remember what game it is, but there's a robot that has like a ton of different voices.
Bumblebee in Transformers.
That's a perfect example. Yes, Bumblebee and Transformers is basically doing mimicry.
So,
You know, y'all could
I'm.
have said like a parrot. That would have been like a perfect example.
So is Kai a Kenku? Is that what we're saying?
Yes,
Well,
Yeah.
Kai
there,
is a Kenku. So
there's more
Oh,
intelligence
got it.
behind the mimicry for
Yeah.
Kai than there would be a normal parrot, though.
I will be back in 2 seconds. I gotta
yeah.
grab
Of
pizza. Let me
course.
stop playing.
Things are
Yeah.
starting to make
Yeah.
more sense now.
But basically, my speech is very disjointed and mostly like word syllables, not really
Yeah, I hear it.
sentences.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, but Gar would just remember, like, yes, it doesn't necessarily know you're Kenku. You could be just a giant bird for all he knows. So,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, you're
I
just
think
a real.
with that role, I kind of know now.
Yeah, you definitely know.
Yeah.
I'm glad this was explained because I did not know anything
Yeah,
about
no.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but
a
I mean, like, it's
shiny
also
rock.
reasonable to ask the player to like literally talk in 45 voices. So we're gonna use theater of the mind. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Oh
No, no,
God,
we
what is
need to
that
get him
called?
a voice modulator.
Suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
Suspension of disbelief. That's what that's called. Oh, I should have known that better. I work in the theater industry. And I don't even know. Anyway, we should move.
Well, we're waiting
Let's
for Grim
move.
to come back. To.
Oh,
Oh, I'm back.
Grim left.
Oh.
No, I'm here. I just had to
Okay.
grab
Oh,
pizza.
Victor. Oh, okay.
Pizza is
Let's go.
important. Okay.
All right. So yeah, like Grim, just put us as far as we would have gotten, because like I would have had us going at like full tilt until the point that I feel like we as far as we can go before needing a full night's rest.
And like you can roll for all the different points where we would to have to have stopped within like a normal section and see if we had any encounters and then just like kind of scooch us back there if that's how you're feeling.
And we have Delilah.
Yeah, we have
Forgot about
Delilah. We'll have to make her like a little sprite.
Yep.
Delilah's a boy.
Mostly you've been referring to Delilah with its pronouns. So what is she? She's a
Delilah.
dog.
Delilah is a boy.
Delilah
Yes, she
is a
is.
male presenting wolf. It goes by he, him, they, them, it,
But not her.
but not she, her.
Okay, they. I can do a they for
Yeah,
her.
I've been using primarily they for it
Yeah.
because it is a dog.
Yeah, it is a dog.
All right.
His name is
Um,
Delilah.
So I got 2 negatives and a positive on the encounter rate. Let me finish this roll. See what happens with the encounter. Oh,
geez.
okay.
Pleasant.
Interesting. Okay,
I don't like
so that's
this.
around where you guys would actually be, a little bit more north than that. So at the base of this mountain that you guys can see right here, I don't know why this whole map is shifted just a little bit wrong. That's stupid.
This mountain.
Yes, right at the base of this mountain right here.
Hmm.
You guys see some smoke, and when you get to it, you notice that there is a little caravan uh, with a small campfire going and a small tent, and you see one old woman. She looks like she is having trouble. Well, not really having trouble, but she's uh, grabbing some firewood and putting it on the fire, trying to make a small uh,
What race?
campsite for herself.
Is she human?
Uh, if you want to roll perception, you can.
I do. I'm
Okay.
not very smart. Does someone want to help me?
I will. I
So
was
with
gonna.
a 17, you could easily discern that she is not human. Um, she
And did
does.
you say that she was like elderly, having trouble?
Yes, she is an elderly woman having trouble. She looks similar to a human, but not exactly. She has a slight aura about her, as if she's kind of glowing.
Okay. The moment I notice that she's struggling or having trouble, I rush up and offer to help her.
Can I
Things
make an
in the forest
investigation
aren't what
check?
they seem. Good luck.
Can I make an investigation check to further see if I recognize what she is due to my time spent in the forest? Or if she's like polymorphed or something?
So with a perception of 22, Moon, you can tell that this woman is a very rare. She is a older Izamar. So she is an Izamar, but she's just much later on her age, and that's why she's kind of failing at her ability to look normal. The celestial power is overtaking the human power, and
While
she
they're all rushing up, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, Angel Blood! Are you bad or good?"
looks up at you, and she's got like a stern look, like, really, racial slur right now?
Not the racial slurs.
Not the racial
So,
Can
slur.
happen
I
in the woods.
said that.
so
But you
did
see that
I
she
help
still
her?
hobbles. Yes, you can rush up and you can help her grab a couple of logs of wood and throw them on the fire, and she goes, "Thank you, honey. You're so sweet. Are you guys? What are you folks doing this deep in the forest?"
We're out
Did
here
she
looking
answer my
for a
question at all?
Can
She,
I
No,
apologize
because
to
you're
her?
doing it while I'm trying to help her. So I say that we're on our way to that.
Niflden
I
danger.
and while I'm explaining what we're doing, I'm asking her what is she doing out here.
My family used to live out in a small village around here. We've lived out in the woods for as long as I can remember. I'm one of the last ones left. As you can see, I've packed up my things and I'm moving to one of the bigger cities because it's just not safe out in the forest anymore. Especially not
Well,
for folks like me who are nearing the end of the life cycle.
Can
that is
I
very true.
So,
can I
Is
at
there
this
anything we
apologize
can
point,
to
do to
her?
I'm gonna
help?
start loading a crossbow and pointing it at her head.
Can I use
Okay, I'm
use
muting
my mage
myself.
hand and move that
Move what?
his crossbow
You wouldn't
away
know.
from him?
You
He's
literally wouldn't know.
you
You
wouldn't know.
moved ahead of me.
Yeah, you guys are. Give me a second. So I'm gonna zoom. I don't know if you guys are zoomed in. So essentially, Garuk and Moon are back here with
Mm-hmm.
Delilah.
Delilah.
You guys, Kai, I don't know where you went.
I'm usually behind everyone.
Okay, so you're gonna be back
Did
here
Boca run up
near
with
them.
me? Because I said I ran
I
up by
meant
myself.
to.
Yeah, the two of you are down at the base here with the woman. Um, so you wouldn't see Moon doing this if you were
Okay.
focused on paying attention to her. She didn't answer you because you used the racial slur.
Yeah, I've been trying to say, can I apologize to her for one of my buddies using a racial slur?
And she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I've heard worse in my time."
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
well, is
Of
there
course.
anything
goblins
else
really
that we
do need
can
to learn
do to
pace.
help you?
So I have this crossbow pointed at her head, and I'm just looking down the sights of it to see if she looks dead at it.
And she had put the log that she had in her hands onto the fire, and she sat down on one of the other logs that was near the fire, and has a small pot with a liquid in it that she had put near where the fire is, but not hung up over top of the fire. And as she sits down, she looks over into the distance at Garuk and Moon and Delilah and Kai. If you all want, I am making dinner. And she looks at you, Moon. And you don't need to be scared. I'm not going to hurt you.
Do I trust that? Because I am like
Insight
studying her
check.
like a hawk.
You
Yeah,
could roll
same.
insight.
I'm helping with the insight check.
All right. So
I'll
with it,
roll. I'll roll advantage.
Yeah.
all right. So with
Well,
the 17, you can tell she's genuinely an old lady. She's not. She's not ominous in any way. She's not going to hurt you.
I unload the bolt and I put it in the quiver, and I put my crossbow up.
We good?
I mean, I wouldn't eat anything she has to serve, but I mean,
We're
not
good.
immediately
Okay.
threatening.
I start walking forward to the rest of the group then.
Alrighty.
I walk up to.
And
I start
follows
helping with
you.
the fire.
Is there like a
Not trying
wider
to stand on
seating
anyone.
area? Are there like multiple benches or just like her bench?
Oh, there's so she is sitting on a log that has been
Yeah.
put over. So there are a couple people could sit there. There is also the um stairs of her little caravan that somebody could sit on, and a couple of rocks near the like, because the whole campsite is kind of right up against this small mountain. So there are a couple
I'll
rock ledges that people could sit on as well.
I'll sit down near her. Not next to her, but near her.
Okay.
I'll sit down next to her.
Um,
And I also want to, I can't see the name of it, but detect evil. Well, see if we detect any evil presence or fiendish auras while in this area.
I'm gonna say to this lady,
Okay. You don't detect any evil presence or any source of like overt magic besides the fire, which you'd probably in the trace magic you get from it. It's trace magic. Like she obviously used magic to start the fire, but it's not sustained with magic.
Cool.
I'm gonna say to this lady, so, another forest dweller.
Yeah, I've been out in these forests longer than I can ever that I could really imagine to explain.
Hmm.
You
So
a
what
booyaga?
brought you to this forest?
My family all were around here, raised here. Give me a second. I want to. I thought Booyaga was exclusively to goblins.
It's literally the only word he knows in reference to magic.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
word magic, that's the only word he knows.
Oh, okay, okay. Um. So she looks at you quizzically because she doesn't
He
know.
does like a magical gesture with his arms,
Like
like
a
big
poogity
finger brand
boogity.
gesture.
Okay.
As soon as he sees
Yeah.
he sees the quizzical look, he's just like,
Oh,
booyaga.
and she chuckles a little bit. Very. Oh yes, I do dabble a little bit in the magic, though I wouldn't call myself a grand master or anything like that. Just
Dabble
enough
with
to get by.
necromancy.
Necromancy.
Ignore our little friend. He's got
Don't
quite the
ignore
mouth.
our little friend.
She is staring. She's watched you guys have this little conversation, and her eyes are a little wide. Are you seeking a necromancer?
No.
And I
Perhaps.
point to the goblin in
Laying next to the fire
I don't know
currently.
who's holding the goblin at this point.
Gar is.
Currently next to the fire with Gar.
I
Yeah.
point to that one.
Is
Well, isn't
he
he alive
dead?
still?
Yeah, he's not dead.
Yeah,
Necromancy is healing magic, guys.
Well, yeah, but
for the dead.
No,
what?
necromancy is all healing magic is necromancy.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
considered necromancy
all
indeed.
healing magic is
Yeah.
technically considered necromancy because it's reversing the cycle in one way or
Yeah.
another.
Hell, never.
Huh?
It's not inherently evil.
I'm baffled.
well,
Oh yeah, no, it is.
that
It also
wasn't my assumption either.
it is all considered necromancy, but necromancy is not inherently evil.
Yeah.
There are some people that would say it's inherently evil, but that's a religious affiliation. Necromancy itself is not inherently evil. It's just reversing the natural cycle of
So
life and
the
death.
only one that would be looking for actual necromancy, well, I mean, I can heal a little bit. Isn't this goblin that's knocked out, isn't it stable? Like, the only
We got
reason
a good
I
bit
can see
going
us
on him.
needing necromancy would be for Moon to revive his mom and brother.
Well, then the necromancer could also it can just like it like essentially heal your hit
Guys, go
points.
back into character. I'm sorry, but
I'm
like,
just trying to help him understand the
I
concept.
know, but let's just do this in character. It's easier.
So, is he dead, or are you just
No.
looking for a bit of healing?
He needs healing. They're dead.
Oh, and she like gets like a look of like oh in her eyes. She goes, "Let me see what I can do for you." And you see her put her little her little bowl down, and she hobbles over, and it does take a good minute or two, but she hobbles over to the caravan, swings the door open, and you can see all different kinds of odds and ends and trinkets, almost like a Fable 3 gypsy caravan type of thing, where there's all different kinds of stuff really packed into this house on wheels, if you will. She takes a step in, and she's scrambling around, pulling through different trinkets and odds and ends. And she comes out with what looks like a little brick of some kind of condensed parchment, like almost like a book, but not quite. And she also comes out with a medallion, silver medallion on a thin silver chain. So the medallion is for the deceased ones. It's an amulet of stasis. If you put it on the bodies, they'll stay fresh until you find someone who can bring them back.
I'll trade you a steak for the medallions.
Oh, I was just gonna let you have it. It lightens my load. I'll
Yeah,
have to give
well,
Priscilla.
I'm not a thief. And I hand her a steak.
And she takes a piece of just a raw steak. You
No,
slap
no,
it
it's
into her hand.
cooked,
It's like,
right?
oh, is it cooked? Okay, I was
We
like,
have cooked meat.
uh.
Sorry.
No, it's like the like
Oh,
the
you
jerky
had
steaks.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
took
yeah.
salted rations.
Oh, okay. So it's like a salted, prepared ration. Okay. So she takes it from you and gives it a look like, oh, okay, and hands you the medallion. And this brick here, um, it's actually, and she opens the top, and it's actually, uh, the inside of it has a powdery substance to it. She goes, sprinkle the little bit of this under that one's nose, and it'll help him wake up faster.
I
Right.
can apply the medallions. I know how.
I'll do the medallions.
You sure you know how?
I go and apply the medallions to the deceased.
Right.
And then I completely recover them neatly and delicately.
So as you put the medallions in with the bodies, you can see because all three of the bodies are in such close quarters, they are touching. And when you put the medallion in, into the sled area with them, and uh, as it touches them, a small blue like glow uh, goes over top of their bodies, and then you see that the wind stops moving their hair, and like the bump, like moving of them doesn't affect them at all. It's almost as if they're frozen in time. And then you carefully recover them, and they're all secured and ready to go.
Good. Well, wake the other one up.
You want me to sprinkle the dust, or you want to do it?
No, you can do that. I don't know
All
him.
right. So I take the dust and I sprinkle it on his nose.
Um, so as you sprinkle the dust around his nose, he takes a deep breath in, and the dust goes right up into his nose, and he goes, "What? Where are they? Where are they?" And he gets up with a start. He's like scrambling to get out of your arms.
Oh, I laid him down.
Oh, well, then he scrambles to sit up and like
Uh,
prepares. He reaches for his belt, and there's nothing there. He goes, "Where is it? Oh no! Where are they? Who are you guys? What?
I point over to the cart.
Oh no!
Those are my
Tell me you're not
family
gonna kill me."
members, and you were with them.
Yes, I was helping them. Where are the humans?
Probably back by the temple.
We're
They
safe.
killed us. They killed us all. How am I here? I thought I was
Because you
dead.
didn't die. You're welcome. We all helped.
Wait, you said they're your family? He looks over at you, Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were coming to find you.
Coming to find me. Why? I was traded. Years ago.
Because we, your parents and your brother left the tribe, and
After my older brother got killed by his own wolf? Or is that a lie?
well, it wasn't his own wolf, but he did get killed by a wolf. It was one of
I
the war
assumed it
master's
was a
wolves.
lie. I'll kill the boss later. Don't you worry about it.
does a little dance in DM. Okay. Oh, and your brother, he didn't make it the last time, but we stasised him. Not real stasis. I don't have that kind of power, but I kept him together. We were coming to find you, and we were gonna go.
Niffle danger.
Yes,
That's where we're heading.
there's this man that used to talk in the tribal council when I was younger. That said that Nifldinger people can, some people in Nifldinger can commune with the dead, and sometimes even bring them back.
Well, we're bringing them back. And I don't mean to threaten you, but your life depends on it.
And he like shivers and does like a little swallow. Like, oh boy.
This is now your new mission in life. Because you should be dead. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose when you put it that way.
So, you have my honor. And by the way, they are all currently stasis, thanks to this fine woman.
And the woman looks up from her bowl for a second, does one of those happy smiles, and does a peace sign, like a hippie.
Oh my god, you did not.
She's
do it.
bisexual?
Oh my god, I forgot.
Good to know!
I forgot it was a thing now.
I thought you were saying.
Can I hit on the old lady?
You absolutely could hit on the old lady if you really want to.
Can I tell her that does she have hair? I'm assuming she has like hair.
No, she's entirely bald. Yes. Yeah, no, she
Start.
has
Her grays just look so beautiful, the salt and pepper look, and she just is glowing with literal radiant energy.
The irony of the word choice that you just made.
Exactly.
That, like, she actually does glow with radiant
That's
energy.
the point!
Like, like that's a literal thing. That's an ASMR thing.
That is why I said it!
Alright, so 5e does not have a means of hitting on people in terms of a dice roll.
So
But
it's really like charisma?
you can do persuasion. You're going to try to persuade her to be interested.
Okay.
Or to take the compliment politely.
It would be a
Just to
performance.
take the compliment, that if I somehow get over a 20, then she's probably really into me. Okay, a 10.
So with a 10, she chuckles and goes, "Oh, honey, I know I glow. How else do you think I keep my radiant youth about me?" And she does one of those, tucks her hair behind her ears.
She's so cute! Can we keep her?
I actually had a question for the old lady when people are done.
Well, I have a question for her before you, if you don't mind.
Go
So,
on.
you said you were looking for a city. How about the most hidden city of them all? Would that do, ma'am?
Hidden City? Are you talking about Nifldinger?
That's the one.
I've always wanted to go there. Never really made it there because my parents never brought us.
Neither did
And I
mine.
never had the time.
If you hitch your wagon to us, that's where we're headed.
It's gonna be the safe haven from the war.
There's a war going on now.
The
About to
Stinkies
be.
are
Just
attacking again.
starting. Just like 100 years ago, huh?
There was an elf attack on a human city as a rebellion against the actions of the humans, I believe. And now there are groups deciding on their movements in the upcoming war, and Nifldinger has described themselves to be a safe haven for all those trying to avoid. and conflict.
See.
I
So
have
it
a
is.
qu-
So the world is going to devolve to chaos yet again.
If you don't mind my asking,
Hmm.
were you around the last time this happened? Because I was.
Give me a second. Can't remember off the top of my head if Isomars live that long usually. I thought they were.
They only live slightly longer than humans.
So no. No,
Like 160, 170 years.
humans don't live that long. Damn it.
No,
Well,
I
it's
said
it's slightly
Asimars live
longer.
slightly longer, like 160, 170.
It's like double the length of human life.
I mean, if we think about like what time period, hypothetical, not even real
It
time.
could be
Van
120,
time
130
period.
if that makes you feel more comfortable, but
Oh well, no, 100. That makes sense. So, y- she
She would have been in her early 20s if she's near the end of her life.
so she
yeah.
looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I was a rebellion fighter back then. Really,
My
stuck
brother
it to
was
the
too.
man, if you would."
I give
Yeah.
her a big fat kiss on the
Did
mouth.
you ever come
Oh
across
God.
someone whoa, I'm having conversation.
Sorry,
That
you can
was
continue.
interesting. Did you ever come across a member of Ursa Bellator when you were fighting? My brother fought.
Oh, I can't say that I have. I'm sorry.
You're
But
fine.
if
Hold
he
on.
was on the side of the rebellion, then he definitely was a valiant fighter. That's for sure.
As were you.
Hold on. I'm having a brain fart. Did she say she'd join us to the city?
He hasn't given you an answer on that.
Okay.
Would you
All right.
like to join us to Nifldinger?
I already asked that
Uh,
question.
Well,
She
we're
didn't
bringing it up
answer,
again.
Moon.
I I suppose I could, though I don't know how I'm going to get
With our help.
my caravan over the river.
Hmm.
Well, I can lift things pretty well, and we can manage.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's nothing we can't do. Except for
I suppose somebody should keep all of you kids safe on your travel.
no.
That's the
So
spirit.
can't believe you guys are literally picking up a grandma to take
She's
care of
like
you guys.
she's my fucking gam gam now. I love her. And
The
plus now we have
reason
her caravan.
I would like to
Can-
point out that I collected a wolf.
Yeah,
Should have saw this coming.
like you
I
guys
would
are.
like to point out that Nifldinger is like the safest place in the world, and we would not leave a grandma in the middle of the woods.
Mm-hmm. All
Come
these good
on.
alignments? Hell no.
I'm true neutral.
Well,
She
yeah.
convinced me.
I like her. Not like that, but like I like her.
You just kissed her.
I did not give her a big fat kiss on the mouth. I said I give her a big fat kiss on the mouth.
All right.
I give her one of those Italian like smooches when she mentions that she was a rebellion fighter.
Mm. So,
With sign of appreciation.
what's your name? I look at the other goblin.
Twig.
Wig, huh?
Twig?
Twig.
Like a stick.
Ah. So, Twig, tell me. Were you a member of my former tribe?
Not originally. I got sold to some bozo, and then when he and his friends got attacked by monsters, I fled and found the nearest tribe that would be willing to take me in. And your mother was
Right
very.
now, I'm literally twirling the amulet in my hand.
Your mother was very generous and brought me in when I had nowhere else to go. She
My
treated me.
mother's a saint. At
Yes,
What's
least
a
the goblins,
saint?
anyway.
in terms of goblins, yes, she is.
And ma'am, what was your name? Or what is your name?
Hold on, I have to randomly generate a name for Grandma because I wasn't expecting you guys to keep her. She's just an NPC.
Yeah, we're gonna end up adopting every likable NPC we lock into, and then he's gonna stop giving us likable NPCs because of it.
Hey, honestly, I was trying to collect all of the wolves.
Oh my god, it's Pokemon.
We are gonna catch them all. And no, I didn't say that, Grim. We're not gonna do anything. What? What were we even talking about? I don't remember. What are we doing? Oh, we're
We're
giving.
waiting for a name
Waiting for her name.
Trying to
I
get
actually
Grandma
forgot.
named.
That's okay.
Oh my
We're waiting
god.
for her name to exist.
Can
What is it?
someone spell me what her species is again so I can look this up real quick?
Yeah, I will.
You can call me Grandma Phyllis.
Phyllis?
Winifred. Just kidding. No. Phyllis works.
So this is Asimar's. Only I'm putting it in Discord. Only that particular one that you're looking at is a fallen, and I don't think she's a fallen.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
She would be more like.
they're hot. They are sexy.
She
Oh
would be
my
more
god.
like this.
Yeah, I'm looking on Google Images right now.
Something like that.
I'm gonna have to fuck this old lady.
What?
She's hot and I got mommy issues.
Boy.
I'm also assuming something more like this, but even older.
That's not an Asimar.
I'm trying to find a picture of her.
Please make her sexy.
By the way, the
Oh
one that you
my
linked
god.
is not an Asimar.
Yeah, I typed in ASMR, but
Yeah, you can tell by the elf ears.
yeah, well, I didn't look at the ears.
I mean, I have to say, this woman with some magical powers could be in her 100s.
I mean, literally, they are angel blooded.
I
All
think
I'm
that
saying.
I think that Moss has found what they'll be doing tonight.
No, not tonight.
She's also comparatively larger than you.
Well, how tall are they?
Like, think like tall like a half orc.
Like Amazon, like an Amazonian.
That's so sexy.
Needle,
Hotter. Why would you make her hotter on purpose?
needle.
We just found my wife, guys.
Oh my god. You know how hard it is to find a picture of an old lady that's also half angel? Like, think of her. She's okay. So she looks like a babushka.
That's hot. Russian women are hot. Continue.
Here we go. This is the best. Oh man, this actually really works. All right, so campaign photos. Here you go, everybody. This is a picture of
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
There you go.
Fingers crossed. She's still getting it. I don't give a fuck.
The glow is permanent. Like,
Did you just find a picture of a woman at Woodstock?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where did you put this photo?
In the photos channel where the photos are supposed to be.
In the Discord server, there is a photo
Okay,
channel. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
That's the closest I could find to old lady, but also, like Izamar. Her skin is like that tan dark red, but it's like a glowing red, like a powerful magic, almost like sunlight.
Like Palor's light kissed her skin.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Because technically, it did.
I mean, if we think about it derogatorily, I'm like half demon and she's like half angel, and I have to say that kind of does something for me.
She's not half angel.
Whatever.
It's not like a mommy human and a daddy angel.
I understand
It's-
that.
She
I'm
she
aware.
she has an essence of angel in her heritage in her blood that created her race. There, it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
get it.
she's not a Nephilim.
Like an angel and demon, though. I get it.
Yeah. It's just the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blood.
Anyway, now
The
that we've
blood of
got
an
her
angel runs through her family
named.
line.
I get it. I understand. I understand. I promise.
Um,
So
I
should
do
we?
ask her like if she was familiar with Ursa Bellator at all, or if she responded to that name.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, didn't she say no?
She said that she hadn't heard of them.
okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
I turn to the other goblin, Twig,
Twig. Yep.
and I say, so the guys who sold you,
Yeah.
does the name Balefire ring a bell?
No, not really. No.
Maybe it was the assholes that he was talking about. I don't know, I never met him. It was a group of mages. Who sold you?
Yeah.
Like travelers?
Yeah. Though I can't do magic at all. I'm not a booyah.
You're not Booyaga?
No.
I am.
What?
I cast Hunter's Mark on him.
What the fuck?
Doesn't actually do anything unless I do something to him.
I know.
He sees it. He goes, please don't kill me. I only know what I was told.
I'm not gonna kill you. You're directly responsible for caring for my family. Why would I kill you?
Okay, now. I don't think that's the case.
He didn't care for my family?
No, he was. So Twig was responsible for helping uh, Moon's family get as close as they were, but they've been wandering the forest for a while. Twig was Twig had stole. So no, you'll hear about that backstory later. But yeah, Twig was responsible for helping take care of the family, so that would make sense, Moss or Boca.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry, man. We'll bring him back, and my mom will scold me for it, and life will go on.
Yeah, she never did like anybody messing with the cycle.
Yeah, well, she wasn't supposed to die or leave the tribe. But, I can understand considering the boss was a complete jacktard.
There's been a lot of chaos among the tribes recently.
I've heard. What started it?
A couple months ago, there was a couple great beasts were sighted leaving the forest, and one of the tribes that was closer to the forest got attacked. Bunch of them made it away, but not everybody. And the ones that didn't make it, they said they disappeared entirely. Completely taken. No blood, no nothing. So the tribesfolk were at least the ones we were around, didn't want to keep people near the forest anymore, so they've been telling them to leave and go closer to Altera. But you know, the forest is important. Like the nature of it and the the resources. I mean, where else are we going to find the right amounts of food to take care of everybody?
Why
So,
would we leave the forest?
exactly. Why would we leave the forest? So we headed out. Stepped away from the tribal, and the tribal lord was not happy about that. The chief did not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a conversation with him.
You saw him?
Yeah,
Surprised that he didn't try to kill you right on the spot. He's a.
of course he did.
Ugh.
But you see, how do I put this tastefully? I bring Appa to the table. And I
Who's
point to Appa.
He goes, "Who's up?"
I wave. I wave.
That would do it.
I told him he was a bad leader. I don't understand why he would get so upset. I literally wink at him.
He chuckles nervously. That is a big person.
And this is me sitting down.
Anyway, since we've got a campfire going and we should probably sleep for the night, may I make a recommendation?
Mm-hmm.
And I start slipping my book out of my bag.
Oh no. Fine.
And I begin to read the passage of the great beast wolf
Okay.
and describe the snarl of his fang. Like basically, I described the beast that we just saw earlier. And but like I describe him attacking some whatever was written in the book. And like I kind of like dramatize and and then the beast,
Yeah. And you can see the entire time you're reading, Twig's eyes are wide with wonder and imagination as he listens to your tale.
And I finished reading and I say, and they were never seen again. All right, good night.
Takes out. So yeah, you do that, and Phyllis takes the pipe from you, and takes a couple big drags, and then does puffs out circles. And then hands the
And
pipe to Voka.
we just pass the pipe around
Just passing
as
the pipe
the
around.
story's going. Yeah.
What? Why is everybody looking at me like that?
We're just high, man.
You want an inhale, Moon? It helps. Trust me.
Oh, I trust you. But no.
All right.
Appa, help me up that tree.
I just reach out an arm.
Hey, Twig,
No.
you
Yeah.
want a spot in the tree? Or are you going to stay on the ground?
He follows you up the tree.
I help
Can
him up the tree.
I try to schmooze and ask Phyllis if I can stay in her camper for the night? Her caravan or whatever. She's
For
staying in there.
Winnebago.
Is she staying in there?
If the caravans are rocking, don't come a knocking.
I'm not gonna fuck her. I just
She's
wanna
gonna
ask if I
fuck
can.
you.
I just wanna ask if I can stay in there with her for the night.
I mean, I'd have to move a couple things around to make
I
sure
can.
there's room for you to sleep.
I can certainly give you a hand with that.
And as long as you don't mind the glow, I can't really turn it off.
It's alright.
Oh.
I can see too well in the dark for my own good anyway. It won't make much of a difference.
Okie dokie. No, I don't see why you can't.
I literally take out my rape whistle.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, give me just a quick 2 seconds. Do you have a rape whistle in your inventory?
I legitimately have a signal whistle in my inventory.
Yeah, we do. We both do.
And I literally do the, but I'm not gonna actually like blow your eardrums out by actually whistling. You're welcome. But I do like the do.
Yeah.
um,
I'm gonna communicate with the wolf, and give him some rations, and I'll mark off the rations. I'll mark off a couple to just like guard as we sleep. Like we'll sleep in shifts, me and the wolf.
Okay.
Oh, I assumed that as soon as I went under the tree, like went up the tree, that Delilah curled up at the base of it.
Yeah, that was absolutely. And Garuk is sitting right next to Delilah, right at the base of the tree. That's how he helped you up the tree. He just put his arm up and it was at the top, at the branch.
Pretty much.
So as you guys all get settled in for the night, the fire is magical, so it will continue to burn until uh, Phyllis lets the flame die, and that's why she was putting fire logs on, is to cook and heat and whatnot. You guys do get a long rest because you will be, if you're staying here for the night. So at the beginning of next week's thing, you'll be at the end. You'll be long rested.
Also, I have to roll intelligence to see if I actually learned anything from reading the story tonight.
Absolutely. Please roll intelligence.
Nope.
No.
Absolutely, the fuck
It's
you
happened
did.
though.
You put a lot into it for dramatic effect, but a lot of it was embellished. So
No, like I actually read like actual things. I just didn't learn anything.
yeah. So like the amount of information you know about it is about how much, or the amount of information you retain from the book is the information that you remember seeing from the great wolf that you saw today.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about you. You did not preen any new information that stuck.
Yep. Fair enough. And every time I read one of the Great Beast stories, I gotta roll to see if I learned anything, because I don't always know.
At the end of the day, knowing is half the battle.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Does the caravan start rocking in the night?
No.
Okay.
No, the caravan does not start rocking in the middle of the night. It's
Just
moments
checking.
after you
It
go
does only for a moment. And then you see me through. I pull back the curtain on the window of the caravan, and assuming you can see me, I give you a wink. Nothing has happened. I just rocked it.
I use my signal whistle again.
I go back to bed.
So
While this is all going on, I'm laying out my bedroll and saying a little prayer to my shield and just crawl into my bedroll and go to sleep.
alrighty. And when Phyllis walks into she climbs into the caravan and shuts the door. You can still see a faint glow through where the door cracks are and the window on the side is.
Oh,
and,
then he can definitely see me when I wink, because it's so lit.
and the holes in the roof and the holes in the floor. It kind of faintly glows through all of it, just because that's Phyllis. Kai, how do you set up for the night?
I'm just gonna sleep on a bedroll and not do anything fancy. But I'm gonna sleep away away from Moon and Gar, and maybe over by Lazio.
Well, I mean, I'm up a tree, so that's not really
Yeah,
that hard for
away
you.
from the
I
tree.
don't want to be anywhere near. I'll be over by Lazio.
I
Yeah.
noticed that Kai is setting up near me, and I say a little prayer for him as I go to bed too. Saying a prayer for what's the word I'm trying to say? The pure ones.
The pure ones?
The non-naughty ones.
I don't. No idea.
The non-skanks.
Oh, not the hookers.
There you go.
I mean,
Technically, there's no hookers. There was no
I'll
money exchange.
Yeah, there was no
I'll
money exchange. It's just a.
Hey,
there was an exchange
hey,
of goods though.
I'll,
Hey,
I'll look
I
at
I
you.
called him a skank.
Oh,
You're the one calling him a hooker.
I was, and I was correcting myself.
There's no exchange of liquids right now.
I'll look at you, Lazio, as you say that prayer, and I'll nod at you, and I'll make a quiet bird chitter at you.
And
I'll take out my
I'll nod
safety
right
whistle
back
and
at
go.
you with the. I'll nod right back at Kai with a smile on my face and then curl up and go to bed. Putting earplugs in my ears, out everyone else.
Good,
Luck
because
not me,
Gar
Bam Bam.
snores really loudly.
Gam Gam doesn't keep me up, but Gar does.
It's like a mountain. If a mountain could snore.
Yeah, I know. I've had a grandmother. I know what a bad snore sounds like.
And once I know that we're completely out of earshot of anyone else, I'll whisper into Twig's ear, "If you steal from me, I'll feed you to Appa." And I wink at him.
Just as a loud snore comes out.
And Twig shudders and spends the entire night awake and in fear.
Aww.
I was smiling and winking at him.
Yes, but he doesn't really know you. Like, he knows your family, but he doesn't really know you. And he doesn't know anybody else, and he's never seen a Furbolg before. Furbolgs are, when they're around, they look different than this guy. This guy looks like a woods creature, almost like a bear.
8 feet tall half giant with emerald green eyes, tan skin, mossy green brown hair. You've seen. I've showed you guys.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair about this. I'm a goblin. I know what he would have done. Because I would have done it too.
Yeah, be a little bit scared, but not running in fear scared.
Mhm.
All right. Is there anything anybody wants to do before the end of the session tonight?
Oh, yes. I want to take out Henry's skull.
Okay.
And I'm going to shake him real quick and be like, "Hey, Henry.
What? You shook him, and he was already awake, and his the lights bobble in his head, in his eye skull, in its eye sockets.
So we found my parents.
Oh
But
yeah.
they're kind of dead right now.
Oh
But
no.
we'll fix them later.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, if this
Hmm.
guy steals from me,
Feed him an appa.
you got it.
All
But also wake me up so I can feed him to Appa.
right. When should I set the alarm for?
If he tries to steal from me.
Oh, okay.
All right, buddy.
Henry's stupid, right?
Oh, Henry's a fucking dumbass.
Okay, then I'm trying to play him the right way.
Yeah. No, you got him perfect.
Okay.
I mean, he's not a dumbass. He's a simpleton.
Okie dokie.
But he, I mean, he is an animated skull.
I got no brain.
Yeah. All right. So, you think we can trust him?
I mean, you can trust him as far as you can throw him for now.
I look down out of the tree and give Henry the same view as me. I guess I could throw him pretty far, huh?
Well, if you're throwing him straight down, yeah.
I mean, where else would I throw him?
I don't know.
We both
not
I hold the skull up, facing up, and I look up too, and I just kind of look at Henry and nah, down's a better way.
Much better way.
All right, let's go to sleep.
Okie dokie. Wait, are you going to sleep or am I going to sleep?
I'm going to sleep. You're going to watch him.
Oh, okay.
It's like the odd couple.
I have to roll to see if Twig can hear.
I was waiting
Can hear and see the eyes glowing and the whole thing.
Nope. He
You're
got a
Booyaka.
3.
Oh, Twig.
Twig can't see or hear the goblins, the skull talking. He cannot see Henry talking. So
He's too busy literally shitting himself.
Well, he just got mildly threatened by Moon, not real threatened, but mildly threatened, and then is sitting here watching Moon talk to a skull.
When this kid says all my friends are dead, he really means it.
Ain't that the truth?
And also, I take the amulet before I go to sleep, and I tuck it in real fucking good so that it's the hardest possible thing if you were going to try to steal from me. It's like the amulet from the wizard.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
Look, I just met him, and I'm not crazy.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But he thinks I'm crazy because I talked to a skull.
Mm-hmm. So the sun has set, the fire is lit, everyone is relaxing and falling asleep, and I believe that's where we're ending it for the night. It is now the 3-hour mark.
Yeah.
All right.
So next week on D&D.
You were like, I doubt you'll make it through this first page, and we were like, an hour.
Well, I was expecting a lot more combat to happen. You guys got a lot of misses.
Yeah.
Things that didn't happen.
I
and I wasn't expecting them to just right off the bat fail and
He was sick. I was like, we're gonna make it through this page fast as hell. Let's do it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, basically, once we got to the ruins, it was kind of it was like sealed fate for Moon.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to outside of combat or outside of character explain to you guys that you don't think I'm some evil DM that kills off everybody's backstory characters. I rolled for them, like they were alive when the today's session started, and they had a humans show up while they were playing, or not playing, while they were camping, and and while you guys were with their wolves, 2 of them failed throws and died, and then the third one failed their throw and died after they finished the wolves. But death is not immediate. I mean, not immediate's the wrong word. Death is not a final. Yeah, it's not a permanent. It's not a finality. Same as slavery is rampant, necromancy and items and enchantments and things to bring people back is also common. not super common. Like you're not gonna find an amulet random. Actually, there. I have to check if there's actually a chance of that happening because you could find a phoenix down pretty fast.
But just to clarify, the reason we went off in private was to have this conversation.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that you guys are all on the same page of it was a I wasn't expecting it, and that's why we went to the private conversation. Was I wanted to make sure that he knew I was not gunning out to kill his characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're all good, just so everybody knows.
I was scared in part that it was kind of my fault because I was like, can I search and see if there's any like goblin corpses in this building?
Well,
You're like, goblin corpses. Let me roll and see if there's any corpses. Oh, there's corpses. I was just worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we're good.
That was heavy though. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was good.
Tell me about it. I'm sitting here going, oh no, oh no.
Well, here we go. Let's see how he reacts to this.
Because I noticed when we were like messing with the wolves, you said "oh no," and I even said in the chat when the DM says "oh no," and I was worried, and I was like, "oh, the wolves didn't really seem like that much of a problem. Either we handed that really weirdly, or
No, that was mommy. That was mom going down.